starting our program with prayer by Telugu Madam, K. Sukravalli Madam, and Commerce Lecturer C.H.N. Sri Lakshmi, and C.H. Bhavani, Lecturer in History.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Thank you, Madam. Brief introduction about our college. This is V.K.V.GDC Government Degree College, KOTHAPETA, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Konaseema District, Andhra Pradesh. This college is located in Konaseema village, the bank of the sacred river Godavari. The village is located at KOTHAPETA Assembly and Amalapuram Parliamentary constituency of Dr. Ambedkar, B.R. Ambedkar, Konaseema District, Andhra Pradesh. Now I request our principal sir, Dr. K. Pediraju garu, giving.
Good morning to everyone. This is Dr. K. Pediraju, Principal, V.K.V. Government Degree College, KOTHAPETA, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Konaseema District of Andhra Pradesh. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to this national webinar on intellectual property rights, which is popularly known as IPR, organized by the Department of Mathematics and Johar Knowledge Center, JKC of V.K.V. Government Degree College, KOTHAPETA today. At the outset, I extend my warm greetings to Dr. Narayan Bharat Gupta Garu, Director of College Education, Andhra Pradesh, Mangalagiri, Dr. Sri Krishna Garu, Joint Director of College Education, Dr. S. Sobharani Madam Garu, Regional Joint Director of College Education, Rajamahendravaram, for their constant support and encouragement for conducting this webinar. As far as today's webinar is concerned, I would like to share with you a few words about intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights refers to the legal protections given to creations of mind such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, and names. These rights allow creators and inventors to control the use of their work, ensuring they receive recognition and economic benefits. The main types of intellectual property rights includes patents, which protects inventions, copyrights, which safeguard artistic and literary works, trademarks, which distinguish brand identities, trademarks, trade secrets, which preserve confidential business information, and geographical indications, which authenticate products linked to specific regions. IPR plays a crucial, we are all known about that IPR plays a crucial role in fostering innovation, creativity, and economic growth by providing incentives to creators. These rights are governed by national laws and international agreements like TRIPS, trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights, ensuring global standards for intellectual property. So, my heartful thanks to our esteemed resource persons of today's webinar who are acting as resource persons, Dr. T. PAVAN Kumar Garu, Principal Scientist, Chemistry and IPR, Bhuvaneshwar, and Dr. Yogesh Nathuji Dubey Garu, Principal Scientist, CSIR, IPU, New Delhi, for accepting our request to deliver a session in today's webinar on intellectual property rights. Thank you very much, sir, both of you. Your time, efforts, and valuable insights have greatly enriched the event, and we truly appreciate your contribution. I also thankful to other esteemed speakers, distinguished guests, faculty members, researchers, and students who have joined us today. Finally, my sincere gratitude to organizing committee members of this webinar, Dr. T. Ramadevi Garu, Vice Principal of this college, Dr. DCH Paparao Garu, Convener of this webinar, Dr. G. Srinivasul Garu, Co-Convener of this webinar, Dr. K. Ankamarao Garu, IKS Coordinator of this college. Committee members include Dr. K. Satyanarayana Garu, C.H. Nagarani Madam Garu, K.S.N. Prasad Garu, and other teaching and non-teaching staff for their encouragement and clerical and technical support for organizing this webinar without any interruption. With that, I officially inaugurate this webinar and look forward to an enriched and engaging session. Thank you one and all for your effort and participation. Wish you a successful and insightful webinar. Thank you one and all.
Now we request our JD sir, Sri Krishna Garu, Joint Director of Higher Education. Sir, I request our JD sir, please give a valuable message to my participants.
Good morning, sir. Thank you, Paparao Garu.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning to everybody. Chief Patron, Dr. Narayan Bharat Gupta Garu, Patron, Dr. S. Sobarani Garu, President of this seminar, Dr. Peddiraju Garu, Resource Person, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar Garu, and Dr. Kapil Arya Garu, and Convener of this webinar, Dr. DCH Paparao Garu, Co-Convener G. Srinivasul Garu, HOD of Chemistry. I congratulate the principal and other organizers for conducting national webinar on intellectual property rights organized by Department of Mathematics and JKC, E.K.V. Government Degree College, KOTHAPETA, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Koonsamma District, Andhra Pradesh. Intellectual property rights refers to the legal protections given to creations of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, and names. These rights allow creators and inventors to control the use of their work, ensuring they receive recognition and economic benefits. Intellectual property rights are fundamental to fostering creativity, protecting innovation, and ensuring fair competition in society. They safeguard the rights of inventors, artists, and business people, while also benefiting consumers by promoting authenticity and quality. Thank you, one and all, for your efforts and participation. Wish you a successful and insightful national webinar sessions. I congratulate the principal, V.K.V. Government Degree College, KOTHAPETA, and HOD of Mathematics and HOD of Chemistry, and JKC in charge for organizing this needy webinar. Over to Paparao Garu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Our principal, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Valuable.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, namaste, sir.
మంచి ప్రోగ్రామ్ కనెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ సార్ పెద్దిరాజు గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you.
రైట్ సార్. నమస్తే.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I request Dr. G. Srinivasan, sir, HOD of Chemistry and Coordinator JKC, introduce our resource person T. Pavan Kumar Garu, Principal Scientist. All are requested to mute your videos and audios. I request you please.
Good morning to everyone present here in this webinar. Myself, Dr. G. Srinivasu, co-convener of this national webinar. It's my privilege and introduce the first distinguished resource person of today's session, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar sir, Principal Scientist in Chemistry and Intellectual Property Rights, BHUVANESWAR. Basically, he did his PhD from the CSIR and ICT Institute, Hyderabad. Dr. Pavan Kumar is a well-known expert in the field of chemistry and intellectual property rights. He made his significant contribution to the scientific research and innovation, especially in patent filing and IPR awareness programs. With vast experience and in-depth knowledge, he has conducted several workshops and seminars across the country to promote the importance of IPR in academic and research. To name few, he could publish about total 2 publications so far, and he had 43 patents as well. We are very fortunate to have you, sir, today with us to enlighten us on this important and timely topic. Before I invite him, I invite you to deliver your presentation, sir. I would like to take this opportunity, sincere thanks to our beloved principal, sir, Dr. K.P.G.DC, sir, and convener of this college, Dr. D.C. Paparao Garu, and other staff members for giving this opportunity to introduce such a distinguished personality, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar, sir, and for his continued support in this organizing this webinar. Now, I invite Dr. T. Pavan Kumar, sir, to take over the session. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Srinivas, and also Dr. Paparao Garu for your kind gesture. I'm very happy to be part of your national webinar. I really appreciate your efforts, and I also appreciate the efforts taken by entire team from V.K.V. College, KOTHAPETA. Right? And these kind of programs are really helpful. Generally, we have an opinion that innovations, IPR, might be an outcomes of the places or the bigger places. Maybe the institutions located at very bigger places like corporate cities or big towns. But believe me, there are decent number of innovations, impactful IPR coming from remote places as well. So in today's session, I would be talking to you on innovation dynamics and 3I approach: idea, innovation, and IPR. So which would give you a general idea on how we need to tap our thoughts and work on those thoughts to end up with some proper or useful outcomes. And those productive outcomes can be protected through IPR, through which we can further exploit them in generating profits. So this would be the brief outline of my session today. So maybe what I'll do is, here our weather condition is not good in Bhuvaneshwar. It was raining since last few days. I'll just switch off my video and I'll start sharing my screen. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
So as I told you, I'll be talking to you on innovation dynamics, the 3I approach: idea, innovation, and intellectual property. Right? And here this would be the layout. I'll just give an introduction of what is called IP and how IP is important. What are the different types of IPR? We'll also see some case studies or examples, then some statistics through which we can realize why we should practice IPR, and we try to end up our session with some takeaway messages. So anyway, this is my brief biodata, but these are the places from where I got my education, training, and working experience, both in terms of chemistry research as well as intellectual property. With this, by now, we could able to file more than 40 patent applications, out of which around 25 to 30 are already granted, and few others are in pipeline. Majorly, our research focus has been towards generating patents rather than only contributing towards applications. And straight away going into the subject, IPR, it is a concept or a subject which is relevant to all. When I say all, each and every one of us are included, irrespective of the education background, irrespective of the subject, or irrespective of the professional field to which we belong. IPR is relevant to all. Educated, less educated, not educated, more educated, half educated, whatever it may be, but still IPR is relevant to each and everyone. because it deals with almost all aspects that we come across in our day-to-day life. Broadly, IPR is classified into two major types. One is copyright, the other one is industrial property. Copyrights includes rights of the author and rights of the performer, whereas industrial property depends on two factors. One is information factor, the other one is innovation factor. Patents, trade secrets, and industrial designs goes under innovation. Trademark and geographical indications, they fall under information category. On the left hand side, I tried to show you the different types of IPs that we just discussed with examples. Darjeeling tea, Coca-Cola, composition, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, mobile phone, the technical features, the design of the shape of the phone, and Mercedes-Benz or Microsoft Windows. So these are the examples of the different types of IPs that are possible. And this slide shows you how we can generate IPs. IP cannot be fetched directly, but IP is possible to obtain provided if we can able to convert our ideas into fruitful outcomes. So therefore, the source of any kind of IP that we see today is an idea. If you have an idea, if it leads to an output or a work which is expressive in nature, like drama, poems, novels, lyrics, singing, all these works are expressive in nature. So in those cases, you may get a copyright. If you have an idea, if it leads to an invention or innovation, maybe a new product, maybe a new technology, maybe a new process, you may get a patent. Idea reflecting the quality and identity of your service or of your product, you may get a trademark. Idea, if it results into new appearance or new shape, it may be a design. And idea, don't disclose to anyone, practice trade, preferably make profits. Then it will be a trade secret. The example of trade secret is composition or the formulation of Coca-Cola. So we all take Coca-Cola, but no one knows what is the exact composition of Coca-Cola. So this is how, through our ideas, we can get any kinds of IP, depending on the type of outcome we generate. And one most important thing with respect to intellectual property is time limitation. There are several kinds of properties, right? Traditional property is there, movable property is there, immovable property is there. If you have a bungalow, that is not movable. If you have a car, it is your property, but it can be moved. But those properties can stay with you as long as you keep them. Generations together also, you can keep them. But IP is not like that. Intellectual property rights are limited time enjoyment rights. Only for certain time period, you can enjoy those rights. Once the given timelines are over, means over. It is no more your property. It becomes an open property. Likewise, patents are enjoyable for 20 years if they are granted. Trademarks, industrial designs, and geographical indications. Initially 10 years, but there is a possibility of renewal. In case of designs for 5 years, for trademarks and geographical indications, for every 10 years you can keep renewing them. Copyrights, lifetime of the author plus 60 years. And plant protection and integrated circuits are also there, and the time period is between 10 to 18 years. Once the given timelines are over, neither President of America nor Prime Minister of India will be helpful to extend it further. So further extension is not possible. Here is an example of IP all-in-one. There used to be the times where people used to attend the colleges with very difficulty. There used to be one guide used to be available, which includes papers or subject matters from all the subjects, all-in-one guide. Similar is all-in-one, IP all-in-one. Take the example of Coca-Cola. Name, logo is protected as trademark. Ring pull system, this ring pull can system, This is a technical aspect, protected through patents. As I told you, formula or recipe or composition is protected as trade secret. Creative content present on this Coca-Cola bottle is protected as copyright. Shape of the bottle as industrial design. So with the single example, there are at least 5 different types of IPs. So therefore, now imagine, you just look into your body, look at yourself. Whatever you are wearing, whatever you are using, whatever is around you, all they are associated with one or other forms of IP. Many of you might be attending this through a screen. That screen is maybe from some company, HP or LG or some other thing. Yes, IP is there. You are using mobile phone, you are using watch, you are using chappal, you are all, take anything. Every aspect that we use is associated with one or other form of IP. And here is the structure of IP office in India. Patent offices are present at 4 metro cities. Designs office at Kolkata. Trademark office at 4 metro cities plus 5th one at Ahmedabad. Geographical indications office at Chennai. Copyrights office at Delhi. And semiconductor office at Delhi. And there's also a patent training center at Nagpur. Always intellectual property would be under the control of national government only, central government. Okay. And from here, very quickly, I'll show you some examples to make you realize the impact of innovation and IPR. When I say innovation and IPR, the source of this innovation and IPR is the idea. So therefore, idea, innovation and IP. Look at them. Annie Moore is a staff nurse. She was a staff nurse at one of the European hospitals. She is the inventor of Swingly baby carrier in 1969. It is a patented invention. Barbie doll. Then Ramya Jose from Kerala has invented a pedal-powered washing machine. No electricity is required. Okay. And as I told you, refill system of Coca-Cola was a patented invention. The inventor used to obtain 148,000 UK pounds per day on royalty. Each day, the inventor used to get this much money. And just imagine how much money Coca-Cola would be making. Unless you make 1,000 rupees, you cannot give 10 rupees to others, right? So if the money equivalent to 10 rupees is 148,000 UK pounds, how much money Coca-Cola would be making out of this invention? Just imagine. That is the power of patents. Look at this boy. A 9-year boy, Idhareshwar Bhati from Rajasthan, is one of the youngest patent holder of our country, IP holder of our country. At the age of 9, he has come up with 6-player chess in the year 2012. By 2019, he has come up with 60 people chess. 60 people can play chess. Look at him, Michael Jackson, world craze. Even as on today, though he is not surviving, but still he is a craze. His dancing is a craze. He himself has got a patent on methods and means for creating anti-gravity illusions. So because of which for 20 years he could rule the world. Right. Now we all know IPL is going on and everyone is very busy with the IPL. And this used to be the case once upon a time. And today this is the scenario. These sensor-based stumping systems, right? And he is the person who single-handedly could develop the invention of sensor-based stumps. And today he controls the cricket ecosystem. He earns lots of money because of his invention on sensor-based stumps. All throughout India, people watch cricket. Cricket god is there in India. But still, we did not find a solution for the problem that is being faced. We always used to criticize the problem, criticize the people around generating those problems. But none of us ever thought of finding a solution to the serious problem. But this person, though he do not play cricket, he do not watch cricket that regularly, but he could give a thought, he could generate an idea, Finally, he could work on that idea to result into a fruitful outcome in the form of sensor-based terms. It is not just patents, designs also matters. Other kinds of IP also matters a lot. Indulekha was one of the most popular brand. I think even now it is available. Once you visit the supermarket, many of you might have noticed Indulekha. And people opt Indulekha because of its unique design, a special attracting design. So it is the impact of IP. And look at this example. Saranamuthu is a welder by profession from Nagarkoil of Tamil Nadu. He has invented a remote control toilet bed system, which is useful for bedridden people. He is not very highly educated, but just a welder. But then the kind of idea he got, the kind of innovation that he developed, and the IP protection that he could make was really amazing. And look at this example. Narsapuram municipality may be near to your place, might be near, very much nearer to your place. Women self-help groups from that municipality, they have come up with making biochar from the human waste. It is a waste to wealth research. Today they are selling their products at various stages, at various levels. And Chotu Cool, this is summer. Refrigerator is very must. But believe me, in India, everyone is not in a position to afford for modern refrigerator. So therefore, Godrej has come up with Chotu Cool, very compact refrigerator, which comes for only $70, less than $70, maybe 2,000-3,000 rupees, or maybe less than 5,000 rupees. But modern refrigerator costs around at least 10 to 15,000 or more. Few more examples to add to the list. There is a patent for novel wound dressing machine in 1990. This is the patent number. You can read the description present here. Novel wound dressing machine or a device. Therapeutic roller or walker was a patented invention of 1986. And few more examples to add to the list. Charles Babbage invented the analytical engine, which is now called as computer, but he has not taken a patent. Otherwise, he would have been one of the most richest people on the planet. Huffman has invented the wonder drug aspirin, which was patented in 1900. Air conditioner was patented in 1906, which was invented by Carrier in 1902. These people, because of these people, now we are enjoying. Martin Cooper engineer was the person behind the invention of mobile phone, which was patented in 1975. Before 1970, there were no mobile phones. Like elevator or the lift majorly was an invention or a patented invention of 1861. So one of the very oldest inventions, but most used in today's scenario. So therefore, from this, the learning is, each one of us is a born inventor. Yes or no? We have ideas, we have thoughts, we can do wonders. Whatever we wish, we can do. Right? And believe me, there was a survey which reveals that human mind is so active that it can generate about 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day. And unfortunately, 95% of these thoughts are repetitive in nature. Same old thoughts we keep generating. But very few of them are having some potential. So it all depends on our intelligence, our ability to identify those potential thoughts, tap them for further applications. If you do not realize the value of idea, it remains just as an idea. And just ideas do not have any impact. Rather, you can keep claiming them as I have an idea, I have an idea, I have an idea. Having idea is not sufficient. Converting that idea into a profitable outcome or a useful outcome is more and more important. That is where people have to look into. So therefore, whenever you feel that you have a valuable idea or your idea is more and more valuable, it should be owned. You should own it. Otherwise, someone else may also get a similar kind of idea. They may develop a fruitful outcome and they will own that part. So you will be a loser. Like the case of radio. Radio inventor was Marconi. But you know, the real inventor of radio concept was our own Indian Professor Jagadish Chandra Bose. Because he has not taken a protection. Later, Marconi was also got working in the same field, got a similar kind of idea. He could develop the product and he could take a patent. Because he has taken the patent, the entire world recognizes him as the inventor of radio. Otherwise, it was our own Jagadish Chandra Bose, own Indian. That is where we lost much of the credit and advantage. So therefore, in today's scenario, the world which is moving towards innovation economy. So there was an era which we used to be referred as knowledge era. But today's era is not a knowledge era, it is an innovation era of innovations. You need to be innovative. And for to practice that, we need to adopt the strategy of 3 pillars: creation, protection, and exploitation. Creation part, we are all very, very efficient. We get ideas, we get very good ideas, we work on them, we are very creative, we are doing many good things. But unfortunately, after creation, we are not realizing the value of protection. Unless we protect it, there is not that scope for us to make proper exploitation to make profits. So therefore, this protection happens through IPR. Once you protect, you get the rights. Those are called as IP rights. Once you have rights in your hand, for the given timelines, whatever timelines we discuss for those number of years, no other person can practice your invention. So therefore, we can practice it, we can exploit it, and we can make some profits. And once you make profits, you can put that money for more creations, and this cycle of activity will keep going on. And then, let us see why IP is really important and why nowadays people started talking more on IP. Majorly focusing to the patents. If you see the research outcomes from Indian context, majorly we are contributing towards scientific publications. Yes, good, appreciate. We need to definitely do this. Of course, anyway, we are doing very effectively. But look, we are standing at number 3 in the world. But look at the countries who are at number 1 and 2, China and US. Look at the percentage share and our percentage share. And look at the percentage of other countries like 4, 5, 6 positions. They are very much closer to us, but we are very far from these two. Fine. But then, what is more important is about patents. These are the top 5 countries which are contributing to more than 85% of the patents worldwide. China, US, Japan, Korea, and Europe. China takes the lead with 47%. Then US, Japan, Korea, Europe. And all other countries, maybe there are more than 190 countries apart from these 5. They all are contributing to an extent of hardly 15%. What does it indicate? Any kind of advancement in the field of science and technology globally is happening majorly because of the contributions from these 5 countries. Whenever you talk about a technology, whenever you talk about a product, whenever you talk about a modern gadget, they are majorly coming from any of these 5 countries. That means intellectual property or the patents are direct relevance, have direct relevance to technological progress. And if you talk about trademarks, again China takes the lead with more than 48%. Then US, India also is having decent contribution, but our percentage is only 3.2%. Chinese percentage is 48%. Though India is a very big market, from our side we are contributing very less. And percentage of industrial designs, again China dominates by more than 50%. India is nowhere in the list. And if you talk about geographical indications, China has got about 9,500 geographical indications, whereas India, we have only 429. By country, by population, by knowledge, by creativity, we are almost equivalent. Sometimes we are much richer in those aspects. But now when we look into the contributions, we are really struggling to cope up with. And this is the trend of different types of IPs in India for our last 5 years. So just look at this slide for all the given details for different types of IPs for a minute or two. Just spend 2 minutes, try to analyze. See the numbers and analyze. Okay, by now you should have understood that though there is a slight increase in the number of filings with respect to patents, designs, trademarks, and geographical indications, but these numbers are not really sufficient enough for us to be in the global competition. Countries are filing in some lakhs of applications, but our numbers are not in lakhs, they are in few thousands. Okay, so that is where contributing towards IPE has become most essential activity for the people from academics, research, and industry. Of course, for all, but especially for people like us. And to contribute towards IP, first of all, we should have proper knowledge and understanding. That is where we are encouraging the people around us to conduct more and more programs, to conduct more and more workshops, so that we can make people aware of what is called IPR and how important is it for us to contribute. And if you want to know the number of patent applications filed by different states in our country, here is the list. Tamil Nadu more than 7,000, Maharashtra 5,000 above, Uttar Pradesh about 5,000, Karnataka around 5,000, Punjab, Telangana, Delhi, Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh around 1,445 last year, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana, West Bengal, Odisha, Kerala, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh. Starting from about 7,000 odd numbers to more or less than 200 or 300. It appears that, oh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh might be doing really good in comparison to other states. But believe me, whether it is Tamil Nadu with 7,000 or Maharashtra with 5,000 or Andhra Pradesh with 1,400 or even Himachal Pradesh with 279, all are performing very poor. Within us, maybe these are good. But in overall sense, all are performing very poor because many of these states are having a population of 3 or more than 3 crores. If you talk about Andhra Pradesh, population is about 6 crores, 5 to 6 crores minimum or even more, but only 1,400. Tamil Nadu population is around 6 crores or more than 6 crores, but hardly 7,000. Maharashtra population is around 8 to 10 crores, but where is the numbers? Yes or no? Delhi population is about 4 crores, but hardly 1,900 inventions, patents. So therefore, somehow we have not realized the importance of IPR. At least from now, we should start doing this activity. So just to make us realize more on first 1 or 2 countries which are contributing to highest number of IPs in the world, let us take some examples. First patent from America has been granted in the year 1790 on 31st July. Okay, that too for a process of making potash. It is a chemical process, but useful for the agriculture and horticulture sector. 1790. Before 1790, there was no official patent from US, and this is the first American patent document. It is in English only, but reading and understanding this English appears to be very difficult. July 31, 1790. First patent from India has come in the year 1856. This is the complete scanned copy of the first patent from India. He is the person who received it. They have started a company called as Penning and Depenning. Even as on today, it is working very well. And look at this slide. I told you about top 5 countries which are performing very well with respect to patent filings in the world. America started filing patents in 1790. By looking at America, Japan started somewhere in early 1900. After that, Korea and Europe came into practice. And China has come only in the year 1985. The first patent from China has come in the year 1985. Before 1985, there was no patent in China. But today, China is number one in the world with respect to patents, with respect to other kinds of IP also. So what does it indicate? It indicates that China could realize the value of IPR and then started practicing it with an objective of keeping themselves at a very, very high standard. Our first patent came in 1856, but now we are nowhere. What does it indicate? It indicates that somehow as a culture or as a society, we could not realize the value of IP, practicing IP. And there are also some limitations in our practices. There are also some limitations. And I find these three are the major limitations. When you are physically present, but mentally absent in the class. It happens to many people at many times. Though there are large number of people attending this session, including me, many of us physically present and mentally present, but some part of our mental presence is also somewhere at other place. Maybe someone might be thinking for how long this program will go, what would be the next slide, what would be the next discussion, what would happen tomorrow. Knowingly or unknowingly, we keep generating thoughts. Second thing is the teamwork. We are not so successful in working as teams. We are not so successful in working as teams. As an individual, we can do wonders, but collectively as a team, we are not so successful. The reason is we did not realize the value of teamwork. And the third and the most important factor is the risk. It is the risk which drives the innovation. But Indians are not that risk takers. Of course, nowadays scenario is changing. It has been changed to a larger extent, but even then, compared to our population and the kind of development that we are doing is not that extent, not that great. Reason is we are not risk takers. First thing we see is safe. Better be safe rather than taking risk and getting more and more advantages. Once we come out of these three limitations, certainly there will be a great scope for us to contribute to more better things. We must all realize that the world is so competitive. The world is very much competitive. And in this competitive world, if you want to be in the race, you have to practice each and everything with proper timing. And if it gets delayed, you will be left behind. So this part we need to realize. Power of innovation can be realized by this slide. It is the innovation which distinguishes between a leader and the follower. Luckily, everything starts with an idea. An idea, not just an idea, but a smart idea. I told you, there are possibilities of generating about 60,000 to 80,000 ideas per day for every human being. And if that is the case, how do we identify smart ideas? It all depends on us, on our observation, on our potential. So an idea which is smart in the sense specific, your idea should address a specific problem. It should be measurable, and your idea should be achievable. Whatever is your objective, whatever is your target, it should be achievable, and it should be realistic also, and timely. Within the given time framework, you should be able to do. Otherwise, someone else might do. By the time you complete that idea, that problem may not persist longer. In that case, whether you generate an idea, whether you generate an innovation, whether you generate an IP, has no sense at all. So therefore, timing and timely doing is very, very important. Look at this. Look at this slide. What does it indicate? This would be the scenario when you do not have IP assets. What does it mean? If you do not have IP assets, big will eat small, small will eat further small. Being small without IP is so dangerous. You can be exploited, you can be disturbed, you can be nullified, you can be killed. Killing in the sense not by physical killing, your idea or your thought or your work or your practice may be killed. Anything is possible. So therefore, always realize that whenever you contribute to something new, something useful, something impactful, you should try to take an IP. And that is where the scenario number 2 comes. If you have IP assets, this would be the scenario. You need not worry at all. Okay, you need not worry at all because you have IP. Whatever small you may be, still you are very strong. You can fight. You can stand on your own. You can resist. You can retain. And you can also realize that though you appear to be small, IP has made you very, very strong. That is the use of intellectual property. And with this cartoon, we can summarize the complete essence of intellectual property rights. What is an IP? It is creations of the mind. Whatever you create from here, if you see a physical outcome, if it is a useful outcome, then you have to protect it. Once you protect, you get the rights. Why do you need those rights? When you have rights, if someone tries to exploit, you can stop them. That is all is what the summary of intellectual property rights. Suppose if you do not protect, you do not get the rights. When you do not have right, when you do not have protection, anyone can exploit, anyone can steal. You do not have any chance to stop them. So therefore, make more and more benefit of your creatures, you should definitely try to protect your IP. It's a very high time. Like the times of 1942, where the slogan was do or die. Quit India movement. Slogan was do or die. But our ancestors did it. They did not let us, they did not die and they did not let us die. They did it. That is the reason why today we are surviving in this free country. Otherwise, just imagine if we are still under the control of British or someone else, how difficult it would have been as a culture or as a society or as a nation for us to make progress. Today, the scenario is almost all similar with respect to innovation, because the era is all about innovations. In the innovative era, it is only through innovation we can keep our recognition. Innovation will keep us recognized, otherwise we will be ignored. Ignorance is equivalent to death. Again, the scenario is do or die. Do in the form of innovation, otherwise we will be ignored. Ignorance is equivalent to death. So therefore, we should not leave it for ignorance. We should definitely innovate. We should definitely plan to do some innovations. You, me, everyone has to do this. And this is the real situation of present day professional cultures for academics, for research, for industry, and maybe for others as well. Especially for the people from academics and research, this is even more relevant, because we have a practice of doing research and publishing them in high impact papers or keeping them as know-how dealing with the companies. But everyone is talking about IPR. Society is asking, organizations are asking, authorities are asking, even people around us are also talking about IP. So therefore, we are in a phase of transition, which is referred as transition phase, research development to IP outcome. Whenever you are in such a phase, whenever you develop a new work, if there is a possibility to take IP, you should definitely take IP first. Once you take IP, for the same work, you can also get the publication. It is like 1+1 offer, provided if you take IP first. But the reverse is not possible. For the same work, you can get a patent. For the same work, you can get a publication, provided if you take patent first. But if you take publication, no patent possible. And by doing so, whatever objective you have behind developing that research activity will be attained with more impact. Your industry connect will increase, your publicity, visibility, credibility will be multiplied with great numbers. So that is the advantage of having an IP or opting for an IP. So therefore, knowingly or unknowingly, our research orientation has been majorly towards making impact factor publication first. Meet any researcher, meet any scientist, meet any professor, meet any other person practicing research. Usually, they keep talking about making publications, more publications, impact factor of publications, number of publications. Good, we should definitely do this, but will it be only sufficient? The answer is no. Look at the countries like Japan, China and US. They are doing publications. With respect to publications, they are number 1 and 2. With respect to patents also, they are number 1 and 2. But look at our country, our status. We are number 3 in publications, but we are nowhere in the race in patents or other kinds of IP. That means our research orientation is focusing only towards publications without realizing the other factors. Now the time has come for us. We should definitely reorient ourselves towards making India first, innovation first, and IP first. Whatever activity we take up, any kind of work, any kind of activity we take up, it should add value to the nation. Nation first, always first. It should add value to the country. Whatever works we carry out, there should be some other innovation. Innovation first. You should think about innovation. And wherever there is a scope, wherever there is a possibility, you should definitely take an IP first. IP first, always first. Without IP, making a big progress is very difficult. Once you have IP, you can make, you can challenge. Both are possible. So therefore, along with the existing practice of making scientific publications in high impact journals, we should now also carry out, or we should now also reorient ourselves towards making India first, innovation first, and IP first. So instead of one IF, impact factor first, we should add 3 more activities to the existing list. Finally, we should contribute to these 4 major activities with which we can make a big progress. So now, very quickly, in about another 5 to 10 minutes, I will talk to you on how we have converted our research works into patentable outcome. Okay, I'm an organic chemist by training. I do research in chemistry, majorly focusing to organic chemistry. And being an organic chemist, we always try to design and develop small molecules for various applications. When I say various applications, majorly for biological applications. And this is one such kind of work. Spiroxindole compounds as GSK3B inhibitors. We have developed these molecules, a library of these molecules. Then we have collaborated with biology team and they have conducted the extensive biological studies. We could get good results, because of which we could file patents in India as well as in other countries. This is another work on indole sulfamyl derivatives as selective HDAC inhibitors. HDAC inhibition is one of the very specific, biological applications. So we could develop about 30 compound library.
ఎక్కడ తుని దగ్గర ఏమో సార్ మన మీనాకేసారు కోటనందూరు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిందండి వెళ్ళలేదు
And isocyanate compounds as carbon stabilizers.
కోటనందూరు వెళ్ళాలంటే నర్సీపట్నంలో దిగి నర్సీపట్నం నుంచి బస్సు ఎక్కాలి.
I think someone is talking. Someone is talking. Please ask.
Sorry, please mute yourself.
Please ask them to mute. No? Okay. And another one is isocyanate compounds as carbon stabilizers. Just look into all these examples. Our part is doing chemistry, design and development of the molecules. Then, if we only do that, attracting patents may not be possible. Because for that, we may get publication. Patent means a little higher activity. So we need to collaborate. It is through collaborations we can end up with fruitful outcomes. Because of the collaboration, we could show a good biological application because of which we could file patents. And these are the front pages of PCT applications from two of those works. This is from spiroxindole work. This is from indole sulfonyl work for selective HDAC inhibition. And another work is on nimbolide analogs. Nimbolide is a natural product which is very useful for which is having anti-cancer activity. But we could develop about 10 analogs around the nimbolide natural product. And one of these developed analogs is showing much better activity than the natural product itself. Then we could file patents. I had another work on nicotine process. When we talk about nicotine, it is present in coffee and other things. We feel that nicotine is not good for health. Yes, larger amounts of nicotine may not be good for health, but smaller amounts of nicotine are always useful. They are used in many medications. Unfortunately, nicotine available from any of the natural sources is always having some or other inseparable impurities. So therefore, people have to develop synthetic procedures. There are large number of synthetic procedures already available for process of making nicotine. After thorough literature survey, we could develop a process of making nicotine which includes only 3 steps. And these 3 steps can be performed as a stepwise process or as a one-pot operation. And for both, we could file patents. And we could file patents in more than 6 countries. In all those countries, patents have been granted. And here is the process. It is one of the most shortest and the most feasible process. And this is another work. Of course, we should be very happy to convey that the patents obtained for this work, they just not remained as patents, but we could also license them to Sun Pharma, and where we could attract 5 crore royalty. Because these works are filed for patents, we could attract royalty. If it is not filed for patent, if it is only published in any kind of journal, Sun Pharma or other companies or other people would have taken it at free of cost without even informing us. Once you patent means you have protected your work. Once you have protected means no one can use your work without your permission. That is the advantage of having patents. And these are the front pages of 2 American granted patents for some of our works. This work is on the work which we licensed to Sun Pharma and attracted 5 crore royalty. This is for the process of making nicotine. Both are granted American patents. And it is not that we only do research and convert our research works into patentable outcomes. We also conduct large number of programs on innovation and IPR for the benefit of the people around us, so that they can be nurtured, they can be trained on the aspects of innovation and intellectual property rights. I'll be showing few examples of those programs. A program called as New IPR, National E-Workshop on Innovation and Intellectual Property Rights. This we have initiated during COVID times in the year 2021. Every year, in the month of June, we conduct this 1 week program. Each day, there will be 4 sessions. And likewise, for 6 days, 6 into 4, 24 sessions will be there, covering almost all major aspects of intellectual property rights. And we keep attracting more than 1,500 to 2,000 participations every year. This is one of our flagship program. And then we have another program called as NEET IPR, National E-Awareness Cum Training Program on Intellectual Property Rights. This program we essentially carry out in joint collaboration with the interested organizations. We have floated a program called as MY3, Mentoring Academic Interventions for Technological Research and Innovation. The objective is to connect academics, research and industry. Through this, whichever organization is interested, they can join hands with us in conducting joint programs. As of now, we have conducted more than 15 programs in the last 2-3 years. And we also conducted CSR IP Rath, IP Maxima, and several others. And these are some glimpses of the IP programs that we have carried out in last 2-3 years. As we know, for any program, attracting participations or registration is the crucial step. I have the habit of keeping a catchy title, that too a meaningful title, catchy and meaningful title for our IP programs. So we conducted a program called as Patent C, which is an exclusively patent program on patent searching, evaluation and analysis. IP Maxima, IPR awareness for maximum reach. IP Dost, an insightful learning on demand, opportunity, sustainability and treasures of IP. And IP Sathi, scientific accountability for accelerating technology and innovation through IP. IP Mentor, monitoring and evaluation of new technology and offering revenues through IP. And very recently, in the last month itself, we have concluded a program called as IP Jump, generate, exploit and monetize through IP. So likewise, we keep conducting programs on very regular basis with some catchy titles. All these programs are equivalent to faculty development programs. These are 6 days program, 1 week program, which includes 6 days. And we provide certificates and we also provide one-on-one mentoring. So through these programs, by now, at least more than 250,000 people were sensitized, out of which at least around 15 to 20 new patents have been generated. This itself is a significant contribution that I must say. So therefore, wherever there is a possibility, wherever there is a scope, I request you all to kindly sensitize the people around you on the importance of IPR and ask them to get more and more awareness on this important topic. And before we close, always please remember that future wars will not be fought over territories, but over ownership and exploitation of ideas. We have seen great wars in the history. Alexander and Purushottam War was referred as one of the first recorded war in the history. And likewise, so many wars have happened. Kingdoms have been shaken. But in coming years, we may not be seeing those kind of wars. Even whatever wars happening today in recent times, maybe you talk about Russia and Ukraine or others, even those may not happen in coming years, in the future. Future wars will be over ownership and exploitation of ideas. IP wars will be there. So this is the power of IP. You all might have already noticed some time back, there was a serious war between Apple and Samsung. Likewise, even today there are many wars happening in similar fashion. So this would be the future scenario. So for that we should be prepared. And the preparation comes from realization on the importance and impact of idea, innovation and intellectual property rights. So with this, I just stop here. Thank you. Thank you. And if you have any queries, we can take them.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
insightful, valuable lecture on IPR.
And if you have any, if anyone has got any queries, we can have a discussion for some time. Okay.
Sir, please share our second resource person's mobile number. Second person.
The second person, I'm just sharing. I told him already he will be joining. I asked him to join at 12:30. Maybe we can request him to join a little early also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
His number is I'm sharing in the chart. Okay.
Hello. Sir, good
Yes.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, thank you so much for your informative session on IPR. Actually, I have a small doubt in IPR filing. Hello.
Tell me. Yes.
Yeah, sir. Actually, if we file the IPR for a particular procedure, so is there any free source? Means we have to pay some amount to get that particular IPR ID number. So is there any government organization or the particular authority which issue the free certificate? Like if they publish journals, the paid journals are there, free journals are there, like that. Is there any free resource to get that IPR filing? That is my doubt actually, because I'm in that process. So I don't know where I can go for filing and all.
Yes.
I think you got my question.
Yes. You are faculty from the same college?
No, sir.
Acha. So participants are
Sorry,
there from different
no?
places. Fine, I appreciate your query. See, your query is to process a new IP. Are there any agencies, especially the government agencies, which can support you for IP filing and also the financial assistance, right? That was your major query. See, IP filing includes some kind of office fees. Filing fee will be there from the patent office side. If you talk about the patents for individuals, for startups, and for academic institutions, the filing fees is 1600 rupees and examination fees is 4000 rupees. Total is 5600. And for others, it is 8000 and 20,000. Yes, there are some agencies which can support you in patent filings. One such kind of agency is NRDC, National Research Development Corporation. The brand head office is there in Delhi, but it's one of its branches there in Vizag, by Visakhapatnam also. You can contact them; they will help you. And there are state-wise science and technology councils; they will also support. And in every state, there is something called as PIC, Patent Information Center. Even patent information centers also support the IPs generated through those states. You can contact any of these people. And you said that filing IP may not be possible from your side, so therefore you might need some help. Yes, there are many sources or agencies which can help you, but you should remember that if you wish, you can file your IP on your own. That is possible. Being an inventor, always you have the opportunity to file IP on your own. Through our programs, we are training so many people, even people from remote colleges. In Puri, there is a college called as SES College. Even in Balasore, there is a college. Faculties from those colleges have filed patents on their own. So all are possible. If you need support systems are there. And if you want, you can do on your own. And there is also called as Intellectual Property Facilitation Center, IPFC, in MSME department. Even they will also help you out in processing your IPs. Okay? And I hope I have answered your query.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the information. If there is any possibility, you please share the links of those institutions. It may be helpful to many.
See,
I think so.
Link in the
So
sense,
much, sir.
fine. You go to Google, you can get all those results. I'll see. If something is there, I'll share with the organizers. They will in turn share with you all. Okay?
Definitely.
And in the next session, my friend Dr. Yogesh Doble would be taking the lecture on patent filing and prosecution. So he will talk to you on the fees, formalities, procedures that are involved in patent filing.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. And I think Dr. Srinivaslu, one of your junior or friend, is my good
Yes,
friend.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Ready,
Yes, ready. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for accepting us.
Thank you. So he did his MSc from IIT Madras.
Yes, sir.
You also did from IIT Madras?
Yes, sir. I did my PhD from the IIT Chennai. Sir.
PhD from IIT Chennai. With whom you worked?
Dr. B. Rajakumar, sir.
Dr. V. Rajakumar. Okay. Because I know some of them.
Okay, sir.
Indrapal Singh Aiden was there, na? Indrapal Singh Aiden.
Yes,
So
sir.
I know him very well.
Yes, sir.
Yogesh ji, good morning. Welcome to this national.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So.
Nice meeting you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So here they are from V.K.V. College, KOTHAPETA, is one of the place from Andhra Pradesh. It's a government degree college. So in order to sensitize the people around their areas on the aspects of IPR, they have approached me for conducting a program on IPR. So that is where I took one session just now on a general concept of what is called IP innovation and related aspects. So next session will be yours on patent filing and prosecution.
Okay.
So he is Dr. Apparao and also Dr. Srinivas. Both of them are here, convener and co-convener. And so he is Dr. Yogesh Doble, my very good friend and most experienced person on IPR in the entire CSR system. So with these two lines are more than sufficient to introduce him to you. So the kind of rich experience he carries will be a great advantage to your national workshop.